Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Sakshi and let's discuss the daily current affairs as on 8th August 2020. So before beginning, I would like to tell you if you're preparing for defense examination sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, and for more details you can always visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you will find the entire package for courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. And you can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start with the question of the day. And in the question of the day and in the yesterday's session, I asked you what is Hamara Ghar Hamara Vidyalay campaign. So I gave you a hint that it was a initiative by Madhya Pradesh government by Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, the CM of Madhya Pradesh, right? It is an initiative by Madhya Pradesh. It is a digital campaign. It is a digital campaign to take care of the academic regularity of school students in the state. As you know, due to the pandemic, all the schools are closed. So under this scheme, the government is taking care of the academic regularity for the children and for the school children during the pandemic. Now under this Hamara Ghar, Hamara Vidyalay, it means my home, my school. And it is for providing a school-like environment to students of class 1 to class 8 at their home only. So under this, classes will be held from 10 a.m. and there will be 1 hour class for every subject. So the timetable for this students' education and other activities under this scheme are prepared by School Department of Education only. And the students will have subject classes from Monday to Friday, and on Saturday they will have extracurricular activities like yoga, writing and listening to stories, etc. Now guys, let's start the session with the first news that we have today. So recently RBI, Reserve Bank of India, has revised priority sector lending norms and also it has done major reforms in the economy. So last PSL guidelines were reviewed by RBI in the April 2015 and now they have reviewed this on 2020. So what is the change? RBI has assigned priority sector lending status to startup sector as well. This is a major change and major reform in the priority sector lending. And apart from this, it has also increased in the limits of renewable energy including solar power and compressed biogas plants. Also, it has increased in target for lending to small and marginal farmers, also to the weaker section. What they did? They increased the target lendings for marginal farmers and weaker section and increase the limits for renewable energy like solar power plants and compressed biogas plants. So what is priority sector lending? So priority sector lending is when Government of India or RBI, when they consider any sector for development of the basic need of the country and they think the development of that particular sector is very important and that sector has to be given priority over other sectors, then banks are mandated to encourage the growth of such sector and banks will have to provide adequate and timely credit to those particular sectors. So under this scheduled commercial bank, all the scheduled commercial banks, all the SCBs and foreign banks, those have sizable presence in India. SCBs and foreign banks are mandated to set aside 40% of their adjusted net bank credit. What is adjusted net bank credit? Basically, it comprises of a total credit forwarded by banks together with other investment made by it. So you can say basically it is a loans plus investments. Okay. But these investments should be non-SLR bonds. What is SLR? SLR is the minimum percent of the deposit that commercial bank has to maintain in the form of liquid or gold or other securities, right? Adjusted net bank credit is loans plus investment in those investment which are non-SLR investment. So what all are the categories which are under priority sector lending so far? So these are agriculture, MSME, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy, and these are the main and the basic sectors. Plus they have included what? They have included startups as well. Now coming to the next news, inauguration of submarine cable connectivity to Andaman and Nicobar Island. So our Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he is going to inaugurate and dedicate to the nation submarine optical fiber cable, OFC, and that will connect Chennai. It will connect Chennai and Port Blair of the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and this will happen on 10th August 2020. So the submarine cable, it will also connect Port Blair to Swaraj Deep, Havelock Island, Little Andaman Island, Car Nicobar, Kamorta, Great Nicobar, Long Island and Rangat. So through this, faster and more reliable mobile and landline telecom services to Andaman and Nicobar Island will be provided at par with other parts of India as present. So the foundation stone for this was already laid down by Prime Minister on December 2018, 30th December 2018 at Port Blair. So let me tell you what are the benefits for this particular connectivity. So first of all, 4G mobile services, which are majorly disrupted due to the limited bandwidth which is there in the Andaman and Nicobar Island and which is provided to satellite, that will see the major improvements. Connectivity will also boost tourism, and when it will boost tourism, it will give impetus to economy and it will increase the employment also and also raise the standards of living. Apart from it, better connectivity will also facilitate delivery of e-governance services such as telemedicine and tele-education. Small enterprises will also get benefits from opportunities in e-commerce activities, and as I told you, tele-education. E-education institute, they can utilize the bandwidth. Now coming to the next important update, 2 villages of Odisha, they get tsunami ready certificate. Who gave this certificate? Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO, United States Economic and Social Council. IOC has approved the recognition of 2 communities. They say communities there, okay? 2 communities of Odisha, which are named as Venkatraipur and Nolia Sahi, as tsunami ready communities. So after this, India has become the first country in the Indian Ocean region to achieve this honor and to achieve this place. And also in India, Orissa became the first state to get the tsunami ready certificate. So what is tsunami ready program or tsunami ready campaign or tsunami ready certificates? So it is a community performance based program which is obviously initiated by IOC of UNESCO. So this program promotes tsunami preparedness through active collaboration of public, community leaders, national and local emergency management agencies. So what are the objectives of Tsunami Ready? First, to improve the coastal communities' preparedness for tsunami emergencies. 2, to minimize the loss of life and property. And 3, to ensure a structural and systematic approach in building community preparedness. So the next is Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra. So our Prime Minister is going to inaugurate Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra today, and it is an interactive experience center on the Swachh Bharat mission. So this particular Kendra was inaugurated by Prime Minister already on April 10th, 2017 and on the centenary celebration of Gandhiji's Champaran Satyagraha. Now the next important update is conclave on transformational reforms in higher education. So recently we saw India has launched National Education Policy 2020. For that only this conclave was organized, and in this conclave our Prime Minister Modi has delivered inaugural address at Higher Educational Conclave. So this particular conclave was organized by Ministry of Education, which was formerly known as Ministry of MHRD. Now it has changed the name from Ministry of HRD to Ministry of Education, and it was organized along with UGC, which is University Grant Commission. So the section dedicated to the significant aspect of education in new National Education Policy 2020, and all these significant aspects were discussed under that, and the aspect they include holistic, multidisciplinary, futuristic education, quality research, equitable use of technology for better education. Now coming to the next important update today, 8th August, it is a 78th anniversary of Quit India movement. So on this day, 8th August 1942, our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, he gave a clarion call of do or die. Mr. Gandhi said, we shall either free India or die in the attempt. We should not live to see the perpetuation of our slavery. So with that, he gave the final push to make Britishers quit India. So when we talk about Quit India movement, it was also known as August Kranti movement. You need to remember these things. It is a part of history though, but you need to remember this. It was launched at the Bombay session of the All India Congress Committee, and under that a resolution was also passed for civil disobedience if Britishers did not agree to demands for complete transfer of governance to India. Now coming to the current COVID-19 situation, guys. So I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation as per 7th August 2020. So you can see the active cases here. The active cases are 6,07,384, and the cured cases you can see 13,78,105, and in which you can see approximately 68% recovery rate India has reached, and the total number of deaths due to COVID-19 were 41,585. Now let's revise this entire session with the questions and with the quizzes. Try to answer these questions. First question is, which of the following is the category under priority sector lending? A. Agriculture, B. MSME, C. Startups, D. All of the above. So correct answer for this is all of the above. Startups. Just recently RBI has assigned startups as a PSL, priority sector lendings. Now coming to the next question. Next question is, what is the percentage of adjusted net bank credit that SCBs, that are scheduled commercial banks, are mandated to set aside, are mandated to keep aside for PSL, that is priority sector lending. So what is the percentage? 20%, 10%, 40% or 50%? So the correct answer is 40%. PSB scheduled commercial banks, they are supposed to set aside 40% of their total adjusted net bank credit for priority sector lending. Now the next question is, which of the following is the first state in India to have recognized tsunami ready communities? So Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh. So it is Orissa. It is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question. What is stagflation? It is a term of economics. Try to answer this in the comment section. We will discuss about stagflation in the next session. Till then, we will have to stay tuned. I'll see you in the next session. Jai Hind.